I might ask you to do, in order in terms of participation, you don't really have to do much other than perhaps make some notes that I'll ask you to do. And you might want to drop some of your notes into the chat, but don't worry if you don't. It's fine. I'd rather you stayed focused on what we were doing really, rather than thinking about the chat and so on. But I might ask you if you want to, you can let me know what you've written in a while, but you don't have to either. It's fine because I'll tell you what I've got anyway. So you don't have to worry about me sitting here, sorry, without anyone participating. We'll be okay. I'll just end up talking to myself. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. That little talk then was for me, just to calm my nerves down a little bit. So here we go. And I'm going to start off by using two really powerful words, for me anyway. And the two powerful words are let's say, not let's pretend or let's imagine, let's say. Let's say we are people who live in a forest in the time of fairy tales. Just think about that. It's the time of fairy tales. So for me, that's not 30 years ago. It's not the Stone Age. It's some sort of medieval time where there are kings, queens, castles, and perhaps monsters, and fairies, and all those things. Now, if we live in that time, if we live in the time of fairy tales, can you just think about what don't we have in that time that we have in 2024? What don't we have if we are people who live in fairy tale times that we have in 2024? What do we take for granted today that might have really helped us out in fairy tale times? I'm thinking of electricity, light, warmth, those things. And I'm asking you to think now about what your life was like, or what life is like. How do we live? If we live in the forest, what is our life like? How do we live? And I'm asking you all these questions because I'm asking you just to weave a little tapestry for yourself. And thanks for writing things down. But if it's okay just to be picturing it. I'm looking at Misty's backdrop, and that's really helpful. In our community in the forest, who do we trust? Who do we love? How do we learn? And what are our priorities, I wonder?